What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Pushaman here, back with another hard reset discussion video. And today we have a lot of things that we're going to talk about. Because I'm going to kind of make this a jam-packed video for last weekend for a week coming up. So we have Monster Hunter World, Sea of Thieves, Fortnite, and Dragon Ball Z Legends as our main topics, and you also have some other quick things that I'm going to hit on. So without further ado, let's head right into it. So our first topic for today is Monster Hunter World and the new Deviljo update that just came out on the 22nd. And as I told y'all in the first video, he is ridiculous. Like he's very frantic, very all over the place, just crazy. It's actually pretty fun to fight him as much as I'm making it seem as crazy he is. You just have to wait for your times to really attack him, but man, is it fun. I will have a video coming out soon with me fighting the Deviljo or Pickle Rick is what I call him. Actually, not Pickle Rick, Pickle Joe. Pickle Rick's cousin, Pickle Joe. Yeah, we're gonna call him Pickle Joe. I'm gonna have a video with me fighting Pickle Joe. I'm gonna be looking at his armor sets, his weapon sets, what they do, and all that good stuff. So just be on the lookout for that soon. So what also came with this update is the weapon changes and some rebalancing to some other weapons. As far as I know, the sword and shield, they found the heavy bow gun to be quite underpowered as comparing to all the other weapons. So they've boosted them up a little bit to give them that extra punch. And then I know for sure the sword and shield also has some type of KO power to it, enhanced KO power to it. So if you've been using those weapons, have you felt the difference? And if you haven't, you've been thinking about trying them out, this is a great time to do it. So if you've been playing Monster Hunter for quite a while and you know the monsters and you're excited for Deviljo to come out, what's the next monster that you're excited for? What's the next monster that you want to see them bring? Because as me being a first-time Monster Hunter player, I was definitely excited for Deviljo from the past videos that I've seen, and the past gameplay that I've seen with him. So I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna be fun to go against. But seeing the other ones, just let me know which one you guys will want to see down in the comment section below. So now we're going to move on to our next topic, which is Sea of Thieves, and I'm going to be taking a look at it from the gameplay side and also the marketing side of things. So if you think about what they did, as far as for the first 3 betas, they didn't have any NDA requirements, so you were able to stream and watch your favorite streamers on the first beta that came out. And I think that was really smart of them because they know how different this game is, and they're going to have some people on different sides of the fences or even on the fence. And you could even join in because the first one was a closed beta, and then the last 2 were open betas where you can join in on it. So they know that they'll have some indifferent people. This would give you a chance to for lack of a better pun, get your feet wet. To get your feet wet, to get in there and see if this is the game for you. And just thinking about it from a marketing aspect, that's very smart because you get as major exposure, and you also begin to have the streamers or the early people who are in the beta. They're your most influential people out there in the market. They're your marketers. That's your word of mouth and your hype that you get building for the game. And they continued to build upon this because they set a world record for a human cannonball shot. So what Microsoft and Rare did was they set this world record for it, and now that's insanely smart because now you not only have gamers who's looking at this game, now you have casual people who follow up on this and just bring it to the forefront of everyone's minds. Not just gamers, not just a niche, but also everyone else outside of that, because even news channels covered this and say, hey, well, now this looks like a pretty cool game, pretty fun game. Let's see if my son or my daughter will like it, or if I will like it. So they were pretty smart and calculated with this because everybody knows who Microsoft is. You associate a game with Microsoft, they think is going to be very good, and which is a fair thing to do. I mean, because Microsoft is a very great company. So that was a very smart move by them, and it also helped them continuously gain a lot more traction for the game until the game released. Now that the game has released, it's doing fairly well because there's some mixed reviews that I've been seeing about it and from what I've been able to experience myself. And it had a semi-decent opening because of so many people are getting on it. Their servers couldn't handle it. You would think with 3 beta testing and stress tests happening for the last 2, they would have been prepared for it, but obviously not. So they kind of held it back in waves, for one. Any new players that were just starting to get on, you couldn't get on for at least 4 to 5 hours. And then after that, what they started to do was they started to hold back some of the rewards that some people would get. So if you finish a mission, you went out and finished a voyage, you came back, you didn't get your rank up or anything until later on, until when they got to that and boosted up and to fix it. So now you built up all this hype and this traction, and then now it kind of starts to die out because of how the influx is. You weren't prepared for the influx, and now you have to start doing things to maneuver it. Now, what I would say how they counteracted this and did a great job is by releasing an update, a developer update right away. They told you what was going to happen. They told us what they had planned out for the first few days, and then what they're going to do, start doing in the future, how they're going to improve it, and what are some future updates that they're going to make promises on. That's A1, because they didn't hesitate. One, they came out right away to nip it in the butt, to temper the emotions that we were feeling, because we want to play this freaking game and we can't. So they kind of came out face to face and tempered that off a little bit to give themselves a little bit more time and a little bit more patience, to tell us to have more patience with them, which is perfect. This is how you keep your customers, your consumers, your loyal followers, and keep them happy and content. Now that everything's done and out of the way, you can get back on now, and you'll be able to have a good time in Sea of Thieves and on open seas, man. Now, I do want to touch on one thing that I said earlier, and that's with people having some mixed reviews. And here's one thing that they did that's really good, again, on the marketing side of things. They brought it to the Xbox Game Pass. So if you get that subscription, you're able to play Sea of Thieves right then and there, day one. And if you haven't used your trial yet, you get 14 days. A 14-day trial, you can test out Sea of Thieves for 2 weeks, see if it's a game for you, and then buy it. If it's not, you play it for 2 weeks, get it out your system, and then wait for a price drop, and then get it then. Now, I say all of this because I've been seeing some things, and Sea of Thieves can be either the best game that you ever played or one of the most boring games that you've ever played. And I think personally that this is one of the most fun games I've ever played because of the fact that you make your own adventure. It's a sandbox pirate style game where you go out and do fun shit as a pirate. And you're creating this story for yourself. Now, some people can say you play it for an extended amount of time, and then after that, what else is there to do after it? Well, that is very true. But that's why I said you have that Game Pass, you try it out, see if it's a game for you, and if it isn't, then you had your fun with it and you're good. But all in all, I do think this game has longevity because it is grindy, and once they start adding more islands, more activities, who knows, they might even have a battleship mode. I think that would be just awesome, but just be on the lookout for some more Sea of Thieves content. Now, before I introduce our next topic, I do have some Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle gameplay for you guys. And the reason why I have this up is because there's another Dragon Ball Z mobile game coming out that's a multiplayer, real-time PvP game. And this is something that Dokkan Battle players have been asking for the longest. And even though they try to bring that with something that's called the World Tournament, where they use different account units, but it's still the computer. But this new game coming is real time. You're going against somebody, and it's right then and there. And this game is called Dragon Ball Legends. And I gotta say, man, this is looking like it's going to be an awesome game because of the fact that this is what we wanted. This is the PvP battle mode that we wanted, and they're bringing it as a new game. It's a gacha game, so you have to have microtransactions in it and whatnot, but that's the least of our worries. So just to walk you through what's happening with the gameplay, you see the cards at the bottom that you're tapping and pressing. The red is the punch, it's a strike, it's a physical strike. There's a blue card that's a super ultimate combo attack or combo card, and there's a blast or key card. Now you hit those in order to begin to make the combos that you want for that character. And what's going to happen at the end is you're going to see Goku do a key blast, do a small combination into a finishing Kamehameha move. Like, that is super intuitive and super fun, because now you're not just pressing, you're not just tapping. Your goal is to tap the right combinations to trigger a much stronger attack to happen at the end, so that way you may be able to defeat your opponent. This is what we've been asking for, man. It's a very tactical game, and it's very calculated because of the fact that you have a certain amount of energy that you can expend before you have to wait to let that rebuild. And this is how you defeat your opponent. Management over that, and also having good characters that you know the combos of, and be ready to be prepared to do that. That's how you win. And I think this is just going to be a great game. So they have been releasing some other videos showing off some of the other characters that you can use, such as Pan, Vegeta, Piccolo, and I think I've seen one with Broly in it. So hyped for him. And the UI looks really good. The gameplay is very, very smooth, and it looks like it's going to be an all-around good game. And I would recommend pre-registering for it right away, because, as you know, it's like I said, it is a gacha game, and you know, in these types of games, they have a tutorial where they give you a certain amount of the currency that's in the game. So for this one, it's chrono crystals. You pre-register for it, they're going to give you rewards from day one as you start the game. So I would recommend pre-register for it, and they're going to start to boost it up even more, because they saw their pre-register rate was through the roof from what they expected. So they're going to start to add on another tier. So you don't want to miss out on these free stuff. Free stuff. It's free. Get it. Go do it. Whatever mobile platform you're going to be playing on, just go do it. So just to give a little bit more details about the game, it does have a story mode and a PvP mode in it. And the story mode is dealing with a new Saiyan that's coming out and trying to save the world. I don't know if it has a time aspect to it, because from what others have been saying, it looks like the Universe 6 armor that he's wearing. And he also is a Saiyan because he has a Saiyan tail. So we'll see what more goes into it as they bring out more videos. But the timeline for this game to release is sometime in the summer, which is I think they said like June. So just be on the lookout for that, and also be on the lookout for here, because I'm going to also be trying to update you guys on it as they bring out more videos, and from what I gather as well. So last but certainly not least, once again, we're going to talk about Fortnite. And I talked about this game last week, and I'm talking about it again this week because it's starting to make so much more moves, and it's just getting out there even more. So not only did they release their mobile game, and they already added microtransactions in it, they're gaining revenue from it right away. They've also had some major exposure because of a Twitch streamer called Ninja, or his name is Tyler Bevins, and he was playing with Drake, Travis Scott, and a football player called Juju. They were playing Fortnite together. Now, let me break this down for you from a business aspect. So you go on a major news channel called CNNBC, and you talk about how much you make, and you talk about this game specifically, about how this game has shaped your career in so much ways, because he said that he makes around $500,000 a month playing video games. Over the past few months, he's been making a lot more, we can assume, because of the fact that Fortnite, he's just been taking off of Fortnite, and he's a beast at it. Now, he's doing things besides just playing video games that make him that successful. And what that is he's not just a streamer, he's a content creator. And he's a very successful content creator, and he's able to do influencer marketing tactics. He's gaining endorsements from a plethora of companies. He's gaining sponsorships. He's able, his follower reach and his ease of getting in front of the public eye is incredible. So all of that just combines into a very successful career. And with Fortnite, Epic, and Twitch having this deal together where if you watch or subscribe to someone for a certain amount of time, you unlock skins and emotes and different things on Fortnite, that he's benefiting from this tremendously, and it's just great. And let's just think about this from an entertainment industry viewpoint real quick. So there are these invisible walls in the entertainment industry, right? You have music, TV, film, video games, sports, and they're all in their little separate spaces, right? Here's what Ninja's doing. He's knocking down these walls in a way to be able to bring everyone together to join forces. I mean, you have Drake and Travis Scott coming over to play video games. You have a top defensive player coming over to play video games and just have a great time. People really didn't know Ninja, but he's well known in the video game space because of the fact that he was a competitive player before he went off to do his own streaming. And Fortnite coming in, he just started to take off. Now people know of him. But all these top names are coming together to do one thing, and that's just to have fun. And what a time to be alive and witness this, man. Because this is the positive change that, once again, I've been talking about. It's happening because of one certain catalyst, and that's Fortnite. So I'm happy to see the positive direction that the industry is going in, and I'm also happy to see the success of Fortnite, and I'll be right here to talk about all of it every step of the way. So that is it for the main topics, guys. I do have some quick things for you. For Overwatch, Brigitte is now out of the PTR and onto the live game, and you can use her in quick play but not in the competitive space. So train up on her, and when season 11 comes around, you'll be ready. Also, for the Division, the last global event is out now, which is Ambush, and this is where you get your Tacticians, your Fire Crest, your Alpha Bridge, and your Hunter's Faith, if anybody still uses that. Get out there and get on it now. And with that, we'll wrap up this episode of Hard Reset. If you enjoyed the content, like and subscribe to the channel as I'll be bringing these out weekly. Also, this is an open discussion, so if you have anything you want to add or talk about, drop a comment down below and let's talk. Once again, I am Pushaman, and I will see you in the next one. Deuces.